Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Gayle. This practice is going to be slow and powerful. So the slowness will give us time to really think about what we're doing, engage our muscles, like challenge ourselves. Sometimes just doing a one-legged pose, like standing on one leg and repeating that a couple times can really tap into your power. So your breath is, as always, is going to be really helpful in the slowness of the movement and engaging through your power, feeling like your whole body is ignited and engaged. So let's start by closing our eyes. Relax your hands on your knees. And elongate your inhale as long as you can without straining. Pause at the top of your inhale and elongate your exhale, again without straining. Pause at the bottom of your exhale. And continue these slow, powerful breaths. Noticing how the inhale lifts you up and charges you up. And the exhale brings a little bit of relaxation, helps to ground you. And know that you're going to carry this practice, this breathing practice, throughout our vinyasa flow. So you can keep your eyes closed or open them. On your inhale, float your arms up. And then reach your right fingertips up a little higher. And reach your left fingertips up a little higher. Reach your right fingertips up a little higher and slowly bring your left hand down to the mat. You can bend your elbow, keep it straight, keep reaching your left arm across, and then rotate your pelvis, your chest toward the floor. Reach your right hand down to the mat. Push into your hands and just play with the positioning of your ribs, your spine. And inhale back up slowly, like a big continuous arch, and lower your right hand down. Reach your left arm across. Again, you can bend the elbow, straighten the elbow, it's up to you. And slowly keep reaching that left hand forward, placing it down. And push your hands into the floor, move your spine around. And come all the way back up and bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers and reach your hands away from your body. Stretching out the shoulders. And release your hands. Come onto your hands and knees in tabletop. Ground your fingers into the floor. Press the top of your feet into the floor and just let your body move. And starting at your tailbone, lift the tailbone up and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll up into cow pose, arching your back, opening up across the heart. From your tailbone, start to scoop the tailbone down, drawing the belly in and up, lifting your back up toward the sky and letting your head relax. Then again, from the tailbone, start to lift up, curling up through your spine. Opening up. And from your exhale, tuck your tailbone under, around your back. Cat pose. One more time. Coming into your cow. And back into your cat. Now find something in between. Stretch your left leg back. Push into your big toe. And push into the floor enough so that you feel your legs get powered up and engaged. And float your left leg up without dropping your belly, so keeping a lift. Externally rotate your left hip, and then bend your knee, slowly pull your knee into your elbow, or towards your shoulder even. And then send your leg back out. Rotate the hips so they're parallel, toes pointing down. And then externally rotate again. You should feel your glute working. Bend your knee, draw your knee up nice and high. And reach back, straighten your leg, parallel the hips. Again, stack the hips. Pull your knees slowly, reaching it like up to the top of your shoulder. You could even aim. And come on back. Square the hips. Lower your toes. And just kind of rock back and forth on your toes. Come back into your tabletop. Stretch your right leg back. Push into your right big toe mound. Push down into your hands. Lift up through your belly. Float your left leg up. Stack your hips. Squeeze those glutes. Power up the leg. And pull your knee up toward your shoulder. Tap. Slowly stretch it back out. Straighten your leg. And square the hips so the toes point down. Keep your belly lifted. Again, externally rotate the hip. Squeeze your knee in nice and high. Aim high. And then slowly bring your leg back. Straighten your leg. And rotate the hips down. Last time, externally rotate at the hip. Squeeze your knee in toward your shoulder. Bring your leg back out. And then parallel the hips. Lower your foot down. And bring your knee back down. Now come onto your forearms. We're going to come into forearm plank. So set up your foundation in your hands. Using your abs and your back, straighten your right leg and straighten your left leg. And we're going to hold forearm plank. Think of those long, slow breaths we did in the beginning and use them here and see if it helps in this pose that is pretty challenging. So make sure you're activating your legs as well as your core and your back. And play with like maybe little slightly different pelvic tilts. And can you breathe into the discomfort? Can you keep a lighthearted attitude in this pose that is, it's powerful to hold. And the amazing thing is the world record for this pose is like over 4 hours by a woman. So I don't think we've even been in this for a minute. So keep re-engaging your legs, re-engaging your intention. And now slowly lower your hips down. Slide your hands back, press into your toes, rise up into your cobra. And slowly lower down, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Slowly start to walk your feet forward. Trying to keep your legs as straight as you can, staying way up high on your toes. And keep your toes lifted and see if you can lean a little bit into your hands, pushing the floor away, driving your hips up. And slowly lower your heels down. Root the tripod of your foot into the earth. And take a moment to engage with the earth. Engage your energy, engage your feet. Keeping the feet active so the arches are lifted. Maybe engage your glutes a little bit to protect your back as you rise slowly all the way up. And reach your arms up, cross your wrists, place the back of your hands together. Lift up a little taller and stretch over to the right. Inhale back through center and stretch over to the left. And start to do some big sweeping circles. We'll just do 2 in one direction, and then we'll do 2 in the opposite direction. And switch direction. Just trying to keep your shoulders open as you move through these circles. And come back up to center. Release your arms down. And bring your arms back up. This time bring the opposite wrist in front, if you can remember. And then we'll stretch over to the left. And back up through center. And over to the right. See, I started to speed up without even noticing. And then start to do those circles. Feeling your whole back moving. Keeping your glutes engaged. If you have any back pain here, then You want to modify, do something so that you don't do this while in pain. And then release your arms. Slowly come into a standing forward fold. Just let your head dangle, relax for a moment. Try to keep your hips balanced over your heels. Then plant through your hands, step your right foot back, step your left foot back, bend your knees, pivot your knees so they're facing the left, stack your left foot on top of the right, try and ground through your right big toe mound, push into your right hand, open up. And see if you can lift that left leg up and slowly step it behind you, opening up into Wild Thing. And slowly we'll come back into our downward facing dog. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So bring your left hand in a little bit, pivot your knees to the right. Anchor through the left big toe. Lift your hips up, reach your right arm up and over. Keep lifting up through those hips. They'll keep using the glutes, maybe pressing your hips forward a little bit. And see if you can lift your right leg up and step it behind you, coming into Wild Thing. So I went a little faster there. I think this side isn't quite as strong. Bring your hands back down and slide back into your down dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up and slowly bring it all the way forward to tap your upper arm. Inhale, stretch back slowly. Reaching up. Exhale, hug in and come forward slowly. Again, aiming high. Inhale, reach it back nice and slow. This time we're going to step forward into our lunge. So hug your knee into your chest. Come forward and step your foot forward. Adjust your hands, start to step into your right foot, reaching the left leg back. And then pull your knee into your chest, push into your foot, and see if you can lift your knee up as you stand up, coming into your one-legged Tadasana. Pull the knee up nice and high, externally rotate at the hip, place your foot on your inner thigh for tree pose. And then reach back. Warrior 3, engage through your left leg. So you feel the muscles engaging and firing up. And then inhale, pull your knee back up into your chest. Reaching your arms up, reaching your gaze up. Well, not your gaze, I'm keeping my gaze forward. Externally rotate your left hip, place your foot on your inner thigh. Again, reach back. Nice and slow. Giving yourself time to find the fullness of this pose. And one more time. Start to bend your knee in, hugging your knee into your chest as you reach up. And externally rotate, coming into tree pose. And we'll step back into crescent lunge. Open up. Twist to your right. So you're twisting towards your front leg and reach your right arm back to your left thigh, reach the left arm back. Slowly swing the right arm forward as you reach up, rotate the back foot open, coming into Warrior 2. Reach up and back, reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg, coming into extended triangle, and then reach forward, keeping that top shoulder open, being really mindful as you lower your hand to your leg, to the floor, to a block if you have one. Open up here. Try not to reach back through your hand, but open up across the chest. You can pull that right hip underneath you a little bit. And you can bend your front leg, or you can keep it straight. Come on back up. Reach back again. This time drive your front knee forward, coming into warrior, reverse warrior 2. And we're going to slowly cartwheel the arms and step back to downward facing dog. Take a little rest here.
You feeling that power surge in your body? Okay, inhale, reach the left leg up. Reach it up nice and high. And then pull your knee in, aim high. Tap your knee to your upper arm. Inhale, reach back again. Lift up. Exhale, come forward, hugging in. Inhale, reach back, lift up. This time we're going to step forward, all the way forward into a standing forward fold. We're going to try and stand up, pressing into the standing leg as we draw the knee up into the chest. So bend your knee, start to pull the knee up, and as you reach your knee up, reach your arms up. Woo! Pull your knee up, and then externally rotate at your hips. Place your foot on your inner thigh for tree pose. Start to reach back slowly, engaging through your leg, engaging all your attention here to reach back. And slowly begin to pull the knee in. As your knee rises, your arms rise up. Externally rotate at your hip, place your foot on your inner thigh. Slowly, we'll start to come back into Warrior 3. And slowly back up into one-legged Tadasana and our tree pose. One more time, slowly back into Warrior 3. And lightly step back, crescent lunge, rise up. Slowly twist to your left as you extend energy out through your arms. Reach your left arm back for your right leg and continue reaching the right arm back. Then we're going to swing the back arm forward, pivot on the back heel, coming into Warrior 2. Slowly reach back, reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg here, keep reaching back and then reach forward. Keeping that top shoulder open as you slowly lower your hand to the ground, to your leg, to a block. And lift your right arm up in the air. Now you can keep your front leg straight. You can bend the front knee, come back up, reversing your triangle, and then bend the front knee forward, coming back into Warrior 2. And we'll slowly cartwheel the arms and step back into Downward Facing Dog. Slowly walk your feet forward. And we're going to slowly come into a squat. Press your arms out into your knees, hug your knees in, and slowly lower your hips down. And see how slowly you can lower onto your back. So your legs reach out, kind of round your back, slowly lowering down. And let everything relax here. I don't know about you, but I'm ready. I'm ready for a little rest here. So bring your arms out to the side. Bring your knees into a 90-90 degree position. You can flatten your low back onto the floor. And then keep squeezing your legs in towards each other, squeezing your feet in towards each other, and slowly roll over, twist over to your right. Lowering down nice and slowly. So there can be power even in the simplest of moves. And you might have I just gave my back, my spine a little adjustment there. So now just let yourself relax. Notice if you just involuntarily let out a little sigh, and that's a good sign that your body is really relaxing. Keep squeezing your knees together as you slowly bring that left hip down. Bring your legs up, and then in one continuous motion, begin to twist over to your left.
And you can turn your head to the right, let everything relax. Just another breath or two here. And squeeze your legs, bring your right hip down, bring your legs back, bring your feet apart from each other. And slowly twist both knees over to the right. Nice and slow, extending out through that left knee as you lower. And slowly bring your legs back up. And twist over to the left. And go back and forth a few more times, remembering to move slowly and notice how that feels. Notice if the challenge here is to move slowly, or if it's something else, or if it's more than one thing. Well, let's go one more time each side. Notice if you're getting used to moving really slowly, or if you're getting impatient because you want to move faster. And bring your knees back up to center. Float your legs up and float your arms up. Internally rotate your legs so your toes point in towards each other and press your heels up toward the sky. Now that's going to stretch out the back of your legs and straighten your legs. And then rotate your fingers outward, press the heels of your hands up. Now keeping your legs where they are, reach your arms over your head. Keep the wrists flexed and fingers reaching out to the side. Keep the heels lifting. And we're just going to hold this here for about 5 breaths. So every time I do this, I notice that as I stay, my body wants to relax out of that flexion of the wrists and the feet. So just kind of keep renewing it. But also focus on your breath, keeping it nice and long. Feel that stretch along the whole posterior side of your body. So every place in your body is stretching and engaging, reaching out, finding expansion. Just one more breath like this. Now, we're going to come out one limb at a time. So keeping all 4 legs engaged, begin to bend your right knee. Keep the left leg engaged and slowly lower your right foot to the floor with the knee bent. And bend your left knee and slowly lower your left foot to the floor. Bend your right elbow, slowly bringing your right hand to your belly. Bend the left elbow, slowly bringing your left hand to your belly. Let everything relax. So we'll just take a short savasana. You can stay here like you are with your hands on your belly and your knees bent, or you could open your arms out away from your body and you could straighten your legs, whatever feels good to you. Just make those little adjustments so that you feel relaxed and at home. And feeling the effect of moving powerfully and slowly.
Notice if you've tapped into a deeper layer of relaxation from moving slowly, powerfully, and mindfully. You're welcome to stay here longer. Matter of fact, I don't really feel like moving out of this right now. I'm so relaxed. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel as relaxed, and I don't know, it's kind of an overall sensation of power being charged up, but relaxed, deeply relaxed at the same time. I would love it if you would leave me a comment below, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.